Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what I've been using here in Legends League at the start of the June 2020 season here in Legends League. Let's go ahead and see what I'm tripling with and how my base is defending so far. Alright guys, so just a really quick reminder, if you do want to support me in-game, make sure you go into your settings, into more settings, scroll all the way down, and make sure where you see creator boost code here that you type in Lexnos before you purchase any gems or before you buy that new gold pass coming out in just a couple days. Guys, if you want to support me, if you like my videos, if you like all the series I make, definitely this is probably the best way to support me in-game here using my creator boost code. Guys, it really does help me out a lot. Make sure you do that if you want to support me. Thank you very much. But let's go ahead and jump into straight into some of the attacks here. I've been using a lot of Queen Charge Hybrid, of course. The first day of Legends League, I was trying some Sui Lalo and some Dragon attacks. I did get a few triples, but only like 3 per day, so it wasn't a whole lot that I thought it would be good to make a video out of. I switched back to Hybrid, and especially in the lower Legends League trophy levels, you know, if you're below 52, below 53, below 5400, it just feels like Hybrid is really strong against almost every base here. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I've been using. Now, before in my last video, I was using 4 free spells, and it does help keep the Queen alive for a really long time, but it's also hard to keep your Hybrid alive for a really long time if you're only taking 1 heal. So I switched back to using just 2 freezes here, and it's been working for me again, especially here in the lower trophy ranges. I think right now, or at the beginning of today, I was just above 5100. I've already been hit like 8 times today, and I've only done like 4 attacks, so my trophies are a little bit lower than they should be at the moment. After I do the rest of my attacks today, I'll probably be up closer to 5200 or something like that. And I mean, the Legends month just started like 2 days ago, so this is barely like the 2nd or 3rd day when I'm recording this. So let's go ahead and see exactly how I'm taking on some of these bases. Now, this is one of those Superman looking bases. I have seen it quite a few times, so I'm sure you guys probably have too. Now, I meant to only get a single layer break here, but I ended up getting a double layer break because I froze the Inferno and sent a bunch of wall breakers with the Rage. So Queen is going to go all the way inside here. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and try this. Yep, Queen's going to go inside this wall break here. She's going to be able to reach all these defenses. Already lured out the clan castle. Triple witch, so I'm going to have to freeze the Inferno again because Queen locks onto the CC before she locks onto the Inferno. Now she's going to step up, get all this stuff on the inside, and you just want to carve out a nice little portion of the base here with your Queen Charge. Now, one thing I have noticed before, when I was attacking teaser bases like this, guys, with the Town Hall way on the outside and I don't charge the Town Hall, normally I would try to carve out a part of the base close to the middle of the base, away from the Town Hall, and then all these teaser bases always have the Town Hall with both scatters and the CC right next to it and all the heroes. And normally what I would do is if I charged the right side of the base like this, I would send BK and Siege Barracks on the left side to try and make the funnel, and then the Hybrid right here starting on the Town Hall all the way to wherever the Queen left off. But I think I found a slightly better way to go about it. When you leave this chunk of the base like this with all these storages and the Town Hall and all the heroes up top, what you want to actually do is just send your BK and your Royal Champ on this side right here, and then just send the Hybrid right behind, and then you're going to early heal, early freeze, early rage, everything, and they're just going to push straight through it. You're going to get so much value when the Warden can be used on your King, your Siege Barracks, all your Miners, your Hybrid, your Royal Champ, everything at the same time. They're going to power through those scatter shots like it's nothing, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Queen's going to keep on going, push through here. She is going to eventually wrap back around the base and go this way, which I wasn't sure if she would do that or if she would beat through a wall until right about here when she is going to shoot that barracks, and then she's going to reroute back outside. So I kind of wasted that rage there. She's not really going to take advantage of it or need it actually at all. She would have been fine without it. So here, she's just going to walk the rest of the base. She's not going to be able to hit the eagle, but that's okay. We're going to get the eagle at the very end of the attack, and it's not even going to matter. So here I go, dropping the King and the Siege Barracks, pop the ability right away. Now, the reason I do that is because the Queen, the Royal Champ, the Warden, and the King are all hitting my King. So if you wait too long to pop that King ability, he's just going to die straight away. So you have to pop your King ability right away when you drop him into 4 heroes like that and a Skelly Trap. And here I go, sending all the Miners from right at 12 o'clock, like I just said, because I think it's going to be better value if I do that. There go the Hogs and the Royal Champ. I'm going to pop the heal spell first right here. Then I'm going to pop the Warden ability, and then they're going to push through here. I don't have any more freezes because I did actually use both of them super early on that Inferno Tower. Now I'm going to be able to rage up these hogs and the miners and the P.E.K.K.A from that siege barracks. They're going to push through, and I'm going to go ahead and use my second heal super early just to keep everything alive early on. You want everything alive going into that core, and then these Inferno Towers are not going to be able to keep up because there's still like 15 or so hogs. There's still like 17 miners alive, everything pushing through there. Queen got all the stuff on the bottom side of the base, which is really helpful. And then I still have the Royal Champ ability that I'm going to use as soon as that single target Inferno locks onto her, and she's going to be able to take everything down on the bottom side of the base here. Nothing's going to be able to take her out. Nice hit here. Tons of miners alive. Most of the hogs did die out because they take most of the damage because the miners go underground and everything switches target to the hogs. That's why the hogs almost always die out in the hybrid attack, but there's usually miners still left up at the end if you do it right. So a nice Queen Charge hybrid there on that one. We're going to go ahead and jump out and check out the next replay though. Alright guys, so here's the second base we're going to be looking at today. There are a lot of ring bases that have been hitting lately with the Town Halls dead in the middle, so we're going to take a look at a couple of those here. Exact same army comp, exact same spell comp. Now one thing I have been doing with my clan castle, you probably noticed a lot of the top players in Legends League are doing this at the moment, is I've been taking 6 hogs and 5 super goblins in my clan castle, and I have a siege barracks activated normally, but I can switch it to a blimp if I absolutely need to. In case I don't think my hybrid's going to be able to path to the town hall. Excuse me. So right here on this base, I'm going to try to charge for the eagle. So I need a double layer break to do that if I start right at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to drop the queen. Already got the CC pool. Again, another trash CC, so I can just kill it super easily with a poison spell, which is exactly what I do here. She's going to kill that. Then I'm going to wait to see which way she's going to go, and then I'm going to wall break to get her inside. That way she can eventually make her way to this eagle. As soon as I see that she's going to go to the left for the storage here, I get that wall break, 3 wall breakers in, right on that archer tower. She's going to go inside for the air defense, and she'll be able to reach that scatter shot, which is nice. She'll get that down and then start wrapping back around to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and wall break there. I time it perfectly so they dodge the scatter shot, then the P.E.K.K.A on the right side to funnel. That way I know Queen's going to go inside for that eagle artillery. And then I'm going to wait to see which way she's going to go, and then I'm going to hybrid in that same direction. That way, even if the queen dies to one of these single turn infernos, I at least get the quick healer swap onto the miners, onto the hogs, onto the royal champ. That way the healers still get more value even if the queen dies off. So I'm going to go ahead and drop. As soon as I see that the queen's going to walk to the left here, and I know she's going to walk to the left because she can reach that air sweeper from here, so there's no reason for her to backtrack to the other expo. I'm going to drop the king to walk up and around this way, and I'm going to send all the hybrid in just like that here in that direction, and then it's still up to me if I want to use the siege barracks or if I want to switch to the blimp. Still at this point in the attack, had not made up my mind which one I wanted to use. I wasn't sure if the miners would path to the town hall, but here I'm going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. I'm like, okay, I think I can get my miners, my hogs, or at least the royal champ if I save her, to target the town hall. So I'm going to use that siege barracks on the outside, get the extra P.E.K.K.A and the extra wizards here, pop the king ability early. Now the only reason I do that, guys, is so that way he makes the funnel so that the miners stay in the core here. If I didn't pop the king ability right here, this building still would have been up. I would have had a lot of miners path around and then go around the trash ring, and they pretty much would have been wasted. You want to keep your hybrid as close to the core as possible, especially when there's no defenses out here. You only want your king out there with the P.E.K.K.A. You don't want your miners pathing out there. You want to keep them inside the core for as long as possible. So I'm going to early heal here. Queen stuck on a wall. Luckily the healers swap off to the hogs and the miners, so they're going to get some decent value. Still have the royal champ to drop. I'm going to drop her there for the town hall. Now the town hall's not activated yet, but I was keeping an eye on the percent. As soon as it was at like 49%, I'm going to go ahead and drop her here. She's going to path toward the inferno, and by the time the inferno's dead, we'll be at 50%. She can then target the town hall. She'll get that down, so I know I'm going to 2-star. So I'm going to go ahead and be able to use all these spells on the hybrid here. I do get a few miners that path to the town hall, so I pop the warden ability there, and honestly I catch everything in that warden ability. Also use the rage. Now unfortunate here, I didn't notice the single turn inferno target my royal champ. If I did, I would have dropped the freeze on it, but I didn't notice it until it was too late. So she's going to go down, and then I finally dropped the freeze, but I didn't. I waited too long to drop that freeze because it took me way too long to notice that she actually got targeted, because I was focusing on dropping that last heal on the top side of the base here for the main part of the hybrid. Queen still alive, beating on a wall, being useless as usual. But luckily I still have enough miners and enough hogs to push through the edge of this base here. Not enough splash to deal with my hybrid here. Everything got healed up on the top side. King and P.E.K.K.A still alive at full health with the wizards up top. and just a ton of hybrid troops. The queen finally beats through 3 walls, and then she comes around to finally help with the hybrid. She's going to take out a few of these last defenses, and that's going to be another triple right there against this ring base. Guys, we're going to check out one more triple here against another ring base, pretty similar to this one, and then we'll go ahead and check out which base I'm using at the moment that's getting a lot of 1-star defenses. Alright guys, so here we go with the next base that I'm going to be showing in this video. I'm sure you guys see this base a lot. I know at least below 5,300, below 5,400 cups, I see this base almost every day. I don't know why it's so popular, especially the version where they use a lot of multi-target infernos. I think that's just stupid, but you know what? It is what it is. The secret to beating this base, if you can get your queen to go into the second layer where she can reach one of these scatter shots, it's over. You'd have to do something really wrong to fail at that point if you can get your queen into the second layer. So all you got to do is charge your queen right into one of the corners, get her into that second layer where she can reach one of the scatter shots, and from there it's over. She can just ring around the Rosie the entire base and get it down. I think on this one I use a blimp as well, even though I didn't need to because I wasn't sure if I'd get my hybrid to path to the town hall, but they did anyway. So I'm going to drop the queen. Coco Loon there is going to pick up a bunch of traps. Wizard on one side, Peck on the other side. That way I know my queen's going to path inside. As soon as I get the wall break here, she's going to go in for that cannon, the archer tower, and the AD, which is just perfect pathing. And then I can get the second layer wall break onto that air defense. You just have to make sure you time it so that way the mortar or the scatter shot are not going to absolutely dick your wall breakers, because that's the last thing you want here. So I time it perfectly. The wall breakers go in right before the queen shoots that air defense. She's going to go inside. I do lose a healer to a second Seeking Air Mine there. He has a bunch of traps here at 6 o'clock. There goes a third Seeking Air Mine. Luckily my Coco Loon got that one before I lost another healer. Queen's going to pick off this scatter shot because she goes into the second layer, which is just perfect. And at this point I wasn't sure if she was going to go left or right. I was really hoping she goes to the right. That way I can get the Eagle Artillery down super early, because if she goes to the left here like this, I'm going to have to hybrid with the queen, and the Eagle Artillery is going to stay up for the entire attack until I finally wrap around, and it's the last thing I get. But luckily, I think I get a little lucky here. Queen's going to shoot the scatter shot, and then somehow she goes to the right here, even though it looks like the buildings to the left are a little bit closer, at least in my opinion. But she's going to go to the right, and then she's going to keep on going to the right. So I'm like, all right, perfect. Eagle Artillery is down nice and early. She can reach that Inferno, which is nice, but I'm going to go ahead and drop the king on the outside here, hybrid in between to help the queen, support her, keep her alive, because she's about to run into a ton of damage here. There goes the king on the outside. Here come the miners in between the king and the queen to support. Warden in with them, Hogs and Royal Champ also. So now I used the Royal Champ early, so I can't save her for the town hall. So at this point I was like, alright, I probably need to switch to a blimp to go for the town hall, just to make sure I don't 1-star, because I really don't want a 1-star, especially early on the the first 2 or 3 days in Legends League. 1-starring is just the absolute worst, especially since that's probably when you have it the easiest, when there's a bunch of easy bases. So here I decide to use the blimp behind the warden here, but what I didn't anticipate is the CC coming out from this angle, which actually pulls all the miners toward the CC, and eventually after they kill the CC, they're just going to pass straight to the town hall. So I really did not need the blimp at all. I probably could have used a siege barracks on the outside, which would have been better value, but I already sent the blimp, and I'm going to have to pop the warden ability here pretty soon to keep that Royal Champ and all these miners alive as long as possible, which is exactly what I do there. Tesla Farm also right below the town hall. That blimp's going to drop here, tornado trap, everything. I'm going to go ahead and freeze the town hall to try and save a lot of the miners and hogs here. The blimp's going to fall down. There's some hogs and some super goblins there. Royal Champ's still alive because I popped that warden ability. In case you didn't notice, she was almost dead right before I popped the warden ability, but she got healed back up because she was inside the heal spell and the healers healed her. Now everything pathing through. I already used that last heal over the core. Luckily, the Tesla Farm and the Town Hall went down pretty quickly. Miners are getting healed up by these 2 healers in the core, which is nice. Queen's still alive with her ability. King beat through a wall for some reason. He's going to come help in this first layer of defenses, so I used my last wizard up top for the trash, and at that point, it's going to be GG. Still have all 4 heroes alive. Queen with her ability. Nice Queen Charge hybrid attack here. This one's going to work out splendidly. All my hogs died, but I still have a ton of miners left alive, just like how I explained in the last attack. Normally the hogs die out because they're always getting targeted by the defenses, but the miners go underground, so they stay alive a little bit longer than the hogs usually. So that one's going to be another triple there. 3 triples today so far. I still have 4 more attacks to do. We'll see if I can get a bunch more triples today. If you guys are watching this as soon as it comes out, come check me out on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming tonight, probably right after this video goes live, honestly. So if you guys are on that notification squad, you just saw this video, head over to Twitch. Link is in the description. Come check me out, LexWHF on Twitch. I'm going to be, drinking some beer, doing some attacks. It's going to be fun, so definitely come hang out. But let's go ahead and look at how my defense is doing. I have been getting a few 1-stars today, as you can see. A couple 2-stars, a couple 1-stars. No triples, though, which is really good. And, of course, it's this base again. If you guys follow my channel, you've probably seen this at least twice in the last 3 months. Guys, for some reason, this base just really works, at least at the lower trophy levels. You know, if you just started in Legends League, if you're below 5200, below 5300, below 5400, this base just kicks ass. Nobody can triple it for some reason at this trophy range, and I get a ton of 1-star defenses, and it's just easy to boost my trophies with this base here. Nobody knows how to get the Town Hall for some reason. So let's just go ahead and skip through this replay a little bit. I'm not going to watch it in detail because this poor guy Pet here is going to start his queen over at the 730 angle, and I do have a ton of traps there. He already lost a healer. His queen's already having to pop her ability because of that scatter shot and the CC. Now he's going to have to use more spells just to try and keep her alive here. He misses the healers with that rage, which is honestly what's going to be his downfall here. He's only going to get like 54% 1-star. So yeah, the rest, I mean, even if he had kept his queen alive, it probably still could have been a 1-star. I've gotten 3 1-star defenses today with this base, so it's working really well for me. If you guys want to use it, I believe the link to this base is in my Discord server, so definitely check it out. Link in the description to my Discord server. Come hang out, come say hello to me in my Discord server. Let me know you came from the YouTube channel. And if you want this base, it should be in there in one of the base channels. But that's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. Just a little update on how I'm doing at the start of the Legends League here. Come check me out on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming several times a week, at least 3, 4, 5 times a week. That's the goal. I just moved to Colorado from Texas, so I'm going to have a little bit more free time since I'm not taking summer classes this summer. So that's the goal here. He almost got the 2-star, but wasn't quite able to get the Town Hall here. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about this series, if you like it, if you have any suggestions on some other attack strategies I should try to use in Legends League, maybe once I get a little bit higher. I want to use hybrid at the beginning just because some of the bases are really easy and I don't want to miss out on those free triples. But that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.